God, this is so terrible.
This joke's on you, Riddler.
When's a donkey spelled with one letter? When it's you!
A Trojan mammoth? Get them, boys. Get them, or it's curtains!
Back, Batman, back!
If this gas ignites, it'll blow you to kingdom come, you venal viper.
And boom goes the dynamite, and let's go. Hello, everybody.
What up?
What's up? I'm Lorenzo. This is my comic son, Circumstances, also known as Marcus, or maybe it's vice versa. And we're here every week to do this stuff with our comics and talk about comics and have mishaps happen and lose our audio and things like that. But along the way, it's always going to be fun. So we're glad to have you guys join us. And this little party is brought to you every week by the same little shop, the Alternative City Shop. I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that are called CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Don't add them, bro.
Don't come at me, bro. Thanks to everybody being patient in the beginning. I was actually bidding on a card on eBay, and it ended like 5 minutes after the show started, so I didn't want to miss out, but thanks for sticking around anyway. I appreciate it.
Priorities, right? Am I right, guys? Priorities.
Oh, come on. Come on. Like you haven't been late for a show every once in a while. It happens to us. So who's in the chat? Let's see.
Let me pay attention here. We got 80s guy, the homie, my flavored whiskey homie. Janet is here, of course, the lovely Miss Janet. We got End of Zed joining us for another new comic book day. What's up, End of Zed? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming through. We've also got Space Case Cards. What up, Space Case? And we've got Larry Love.
Oh, is that Larry Love and the Quiet Storm that you're speaking of?
We got Thomas Nichols Comedy. TN Comedy is in the house. What's up? He hit me up today on Instagram, asked me, has anybody ever defeated the Mask? And I was like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. What? I don't know.
The mask, like the Jim Carrey mask, right? Yeah.
I think that's what he was talking about. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
That's a good question, though.
Shout out to the homie. We got D'Artagnan in the house. Mr. Biggs is here. What's up, homie?
Mr. Biggs.
Appreciate you coming through. We've got Mojo88.
What's up, Mojo?
One of the regulars. We got Critical Entertainment. Check them out. CriticalEntertainmentLA.com. The homies. Hit up Minion Review last week if you missed that. What up? Thanks for joining us. We got my man, Brian LCS. I don't know if you've talked to him yet, but we need to get Brian on the show.
Yes. We've spoken with not in a while about being on the show, but I don't know when the Kickstarter begins. Is that happening? You want to come on before? Or?
The Kickstarter has kick-started. In fact,
no way.
It is
going. The last to know.
I have already pledged. I am very excited about it. If you look at the $100 level, you will see that you get to put a little something in the book at that level. And a few of us are pledging at that level so we control Beckerman. And you know that I love to troll. So I'm really excited to troll Beckerman in this book for all time. I'm going to have him sign my book. I'm really excited about it. But let me get this link in the chat here, right here. But yeah, we need to get Brian on here as our indie comics guest one of these weeks, man. We need to figure that out. I'm excited about it. But check it out, guys. The Doctor from Brian. He's already got the book done, just needs the money to send it to the printers, which is the way that you do it. So he is the writer on that. He has artists, no AI art, nothing to worry about there. And the nice thing about Kickstarter, I don't know if you know this, Lorenzo, but
Mm-hmm.
you use AI art, you actually have to fill out a section on your Kickstarter. I think it has 2 questions. Number 1, did you use AI art and how? And number 2, how did you get the permission to use it or whatever?
Really?
The likenesses or whatever, something like that.
Hmm.
So one of my favorite writers, Justin Gray, who wrote Billy the Kid, he's had a couple of Kickstarters with, yes, he's used AI art for a cover, I think he said, and some other stuff. And I know that is a hot topic. We discussed it a few times, but I've been reluctant to share his Kickstarter this time because of that AI question, because I don't want to start shit. Because I definitely don't want that smoke. But no AI art from Brian LCS, so nothing to worry about there, guys. This is all art, all real. So check it out if you guys got the inclination, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and we definitely can work out something because there's no guest this week, and we didn't have one last week, so we're my schedule is wide open. If somebody's got something going on, get at me on Instagram. The link's down in the description, and we can definitely set something up. And Brian, I'm sure we can set something up probably next week if it's down with you. It's a spot with your name on it. So we can just work it out and have you come on and talk more about the Doctor.
Very light week. My shop always gets me the A and the B of Batman. But this week, they failed to get me the B cover for Batman. And I'm a little upset about that. Thankfully, I ordered it online because I really liked it. So I pre-ordered it.
Yes, that's good. There was a question about favorite free comic book day book. That was Space Case. Yeah, free comic book day. You have one?
You already know my favorite. It's not
the James Tynion.
Of course.
Why you even ask? Huh? Why you even ask?
That was the only one I was tripping about.
That was all reprints, though, wasn't it? I mean, there was nothing new in there. I mean, it's, if you didn't get those books, it's a pretty good preview of them.
I don't know if there was anything new I don't know if there's anything new, but I wanted the cover. The cover was just really cool.
The cover was cool. Like, was that like with Wynn and his arm around our girl, whose name I always forget, around Erica. Why do I have a block around Erica? I mean, Eric must be that name. I guess I can't. She's the biggest star in the book. Yeah, and that was a pretty cool cover. I don't know, my favorite one that I've read so far. I read the Marvel one. I didn't read the DC one with the new event that they have yet. I read the Blood Hunt, and it was kind of like just like the Blood. What is that?
I love
just playing with something.
I just love the comic books in my hand. It just feels so good.
Sexual.
Nice stack of books. Doesn't that just feel so nice?
There is a pleasing feel to the a tactile kind of feel that we love. Yeah.
Could almost make love to it, couldn't you? Yeah.
Almost. Almost. Yes, indeed. All righty then. One that I liked that I've read so far is this one, the TMNT. Because it actually has a first appearance in there of this Night Watcher character and it's probably, of course, one of the turtles. The question is, which one is it?
Wasn't it previously Raphael? I think I heard somebody say that.
I'm
You
not
bite
sure.
your tongue, Space Case. How dare you?
But I don't know. I think it was, well, I know in the last Samurai, or the last book, that the new book they have out, it's Michelangelo was the surviving the last Ronin. But I'm not sure. Maybe Night Watcher is I think Night Watcher is a new character. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody out there who's a turtle aficionado who knows more. The Energon one I heard was very good too. And Barbaric, there's a vote for Barbaric from Space Case. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't read the Energon one yet. I think they were out of them, or if I missed it somehow Saturday. I was beyond my limit when I was there Saturday, but I picked one up today, which actually goes with the new Energon book that came out, the one that you have to pay for. So, but among those other ones, I'm looking forward to reading this one. This is one we talked about maybe in the previews. This is the Marvel and Atlas book with this. I thumbed through it. It looks really awesome. It got some nice reprints in there from the band age, when they called it the corruption of the innocent, as Dr. Frederick Wortham would say. He was responsible for all. He's the reason that all the EC books are worth a lot of money now, because they got all burned because of him. So you can have him to thank. SOB. And I also picked up Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon is also going to be like a Mad Cave joint. Yeah, it's going to be a Mad. I mean, Mad Cave is hit so far with Dick Tracy, and Dynamite, which I'll talk about later, is hit with Space Ghost. So maybe there might be some life in the old Flash Gordon too. We'll see.
Boom, Flash Gordon got me one of those.
Yep.
This was for the last couple of years, like, I don't get every book, because my shop, you can get one of every book if you want. But the last couple of years, I've been like, all right, I'm not going to get one of every book. I don't need one of every book. I'm just going to pick the stuff that I actually am interested in.
Yes. You don't. You really don't need one of every book. I mean, I know, not even reading those books. Most of them, not even remember. Oh, did I pick this up? Why? So now I got like about 8, I think, and that's more than enough. No pun intended. So
we hit multiple shops. So the books that I did want, I got.
You got 2 of those. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good one. And mycomicshop.com was offering 3. What's that?
This one,
Popeye.
I've been seeing people looking for this one. It's Popeye in anime style, I guess. I Lie Popeye. But I've been seeing. I know Roscoe was looking for this one. Sorry, Roscoe, I'm keeping this one. But yeah, this one has been. This one might have a little bit of legs to it. Not too much, because it's a free comic book day book. But apparently, not everybody had this one.
I sure as hell didn't see that. I did not see that. Yeah. Wow. Look at you. Yeah,
we got Frog Brawler sneaking in. What's up, homie? Frog was hanging out last night with us for FOC and chill. Always a good time. Lisa Noble was also there. What's up, Lisa? Good to see you. We were dealing with some Tupac blasphemy, Lisa. It was ridiculous.
Just set them straight.
I don't think we did, but we did judge them appropriately.
There you go. Good enough. Look at this. You got enough copies there?
I couldn't, if they were offering, I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah. I got hey, Lisa. I got 3 copies that were unstamped, because around here, the one of the shops stamps all their books, and there we go. And I got, I think, 3 copies coming from my comic shop at some point that will not be stamped, and one of those would be the Ninja Turtle one. So I'm looking forward to that one, and the other 2 won't be stamped either.
See, that's crazy, because nobody around here stamped their book.
I know.
None of the places I went to. We went to a coffee shop first thing. Check out my video on Instagram if you're not following me. I did a video from my free comic book day, just a minute, 30 seconds, little short video, super dope music on it. But I thought it really showed like the fun of free comic book day. I'm really proud of it. So definitely check that out, man.
Yes, we'll do that. And
No, I don't expect you to. You don't do Instagram. That's fine.
I don't live on Instagram. That's true. I mean, I
I
do
do.
I do come up for air.
It's true. I do live on Instagram.
Hey, Juno, look who else is checking in. How the heck are you? Yeah, 12 copies of Kea. How many blood hunts you got? No, only 3? Oh, you're slacking. You're slacking. I got to say, Blood Hunt, I read the first issue and I agree with you. I think you just said you liked it. But so much of this is just going to be backtracked either in the end of the series
That's
or
the
right after
problem
the
with the
series is
event.
over. That's the thing, like, oh, that never happened, or
The
something
events
like
are never consequential. Oh, but I forgot what I was going to say earlier. I was going to say I did the video of my free comic book day, but we started at a coffee shop, but it's called the Coffee Commie House or the Comic Coffee House.
that. You damn commie.
And so we actually started with some nice coffee. They had I think Beckerman got the lowest lane. I got a caramel macchiato, but they also had free comic book day books at the coffee shop. So I thought that was dope. So we started at 8 a.m. at a coffee shop, and then 9 a.m. was our first LCS. We went to multiple LCSs. I went to real quick. The last shop we went to was Clint's Comics, which we never get to go to Clint's Comics because it's some things have gone on with that shop, so it's not as open as a normal comic shop would be. But our homie Bobby De La Ghetto, that's his shop. So we had the in with him for free comic book day. Got to check that shop out. Beckerman got done before I got done. And so I was worried. I was like, all right, I got to hurry up because Beckerman's waiting on me. And I get outside and he's out there talking to Rick Stasi, who's an artist. He was there actually at the shop, but he was just out there talking to Beckerman. They were talking about old wrestling stories, and Beckerman was just having a good old time. So I was rushing for no reason. He was having a good time out there, but it was a great day, man. I really enjoyed it. Can't wait for next year. Free comic book day by yourself is cool, but doing it with the friends, man, way cooler.
Yeah, I know, man. I wish I was able to do that. I mean, you guys are doing like a comic book crawl from place to place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had more shops on the list, but man, it got to 2:00 and we were like, all right, we've had enough. We don't need to go to more shops. We had spent money. Oh yeah, which reminds me, let me go get my big purchase.
Oh, it was a big purchase. Drum roll.
I've been looking at this thing for a while. I'm like, man, I don't need a statue.
Oh, I know what that is. I saw it on Instagram where I'm never at.
I don't need it, but I want it.
Yes. Hang
so
on.
I went ahead and got it. Scarlet Witch, my girl, West Coast Avengers.
Come on. There we go.
I'm trying to keep it from my kids, make sure they don't break it because I feel like these fingers and stuff could easily break.
Oh, they look so delicate.
But
so beautiful.
Man, I love it. And I knew that as soon as I bought this one, it was going to be over for me because I was going to buy more. And I'm already looking for a Vision. I need it. I can't
you have to have a Vision.
Can't have Scarlet by herself. She's got to have her Vision. But statues were on sale for free comic book day at my shop. And so I was like, all right, screw it. Let me do it. Pumped about it. I love this thing, man.
Well done. It's supposed to be about things you love, Yeah, I made a video about all the books that I found, and it was like, books that nobody else probably wanted, but I was like ecstatic to see those books for $1, man. Like, what? A complete Powers collection for $1? Are you kidding me? How could I not pass this? I almost reactivated my hernia carrying all those books out of the store. It was. And
that's what collecting is about. I know when I first started, a lot of times, and even when I was a kid, a lot of times I would get something because I thought other people would want things. So I think other people would value this at 20. It's at 10. I'm gonna get it. I don't really care about it, but I'm gonna get it because other people would value it. Now, no more of that. I don't buy stuff because it feels like it's it's underpriced or anything like that. It's like, is it something that's killing the children? No, then okay, I'm okay.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that's the way it should be. That is the way it should be, and I think we'll be happier doing that. All right, let me go over these little books that I got here.
Space Case said they'd have 2 shops. Brought his friend with him. That's the way to do it, brother. Spread this comic book culture to the masses.
Wanda. Spread the love. And I think here's another one that I missed here. Johnny Quest. This is from Dynamite. Going to be from Dynamite. So this is up in the air how it might be. They sometimes license stuff just to keep the license, but the artwork looks really good on the cover and on the inside. And it also has a space ghost. It's not just Johnny Quest in this one. A space ghost and something else. I forget which in here. So it's like a 3-for-1 preview in here. And speaking of Johnny Quest, I didn't get this week, but this is like a Dave Stevens cover from Johnny Quest number 3 from the Kamiko run. And those Dave Stevens books are going for like quite a premium now. I'm looking for in the video I was talking about the Alien Worlds number 5 and there's number 4. Number 4 and number 2. That's what it is from the Alien Worlds run. Those are going for a lot of money. And young Scotty Vaughn picked up a bunch of those, man, for cover price or less. God bless him, man. He got a great deal on that. He was doing a video about that. They didn't know what they had at this store. They was like just giving it this resale store. Like, Dave Stevens, I would take them all, please. Retaining poker face while getting them out of there. And this is one of my favorites too. This one is like, I think maybe this is Jezebel Jade. Now, these are both Dave Stevens covers. Now, does anyone in the class know why this one is worth more than this one?
Because them hips, I'm guessing she got an ass, though. What's up?
In so many words, yes, little Marcus, that is exactly why it's worth more. This one is worth more because he's known as a good girl artist. You know, so when he does females, the price just skyrocket. Just skyrockets.
We got Peter Regatta sneaking in. What up, Peter? Good to see you. Hooked on Juno is here. Oh, Phil's Treehouse. I didn't see him. What's up,
Peter?
Phil?
Yeah, I saw Phil.
Yeah. We got Frog Brawler says the most recent SIKTC was kind of weird. And are they going to keep doing these one-shot type stories? And my guess is yes. The unfortunate thing about is that for the next 5, we're gonna probably we're gonna be doing flashbacks for the next 5, which sucks. I'm not happy about it.
I didn't mind it so much. I thought it was okay. We don't know a lot about Erica. You know, we don't. You know, this is a little bit to learn. Way to learn a little bit more about her. I think. But well,
that's what I was gonna say. Is like it sucks. I want to keep moving the story forward in the present time. But there is a lot of stuff that's revealing and interesting about these flashbacks. I really enjoyed Jessica Slaughter and the look backs with her relationships and things. We still don't know how Jessica died. I'm pretty sure we don't know how she died yet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that we can still learn. So I want to be in the present, but man, let's see what he's cooking. Let the man cook. We'll see.
Yeah. You know, when he comes back, it's going to be good, man. I got to talk about some stuff. And speaking of which, anything for what's good, I got something that I want to talk about, James T. I think you already talked about it last week, but I'm going to build on that. Yes, D'Artagnan, I am envious of you, sir. That's number 2 is a beautiful book, man. That I'm looking for the 2 and the 4. The rest of them are pretty not easy to find, but like they're kind of easy to find. They don't like cover price, but that 2 and that 4, man. Oh, those are excellent looking books. All right, so
Mojo said he volunteered at his comic shop, got a $25 gift card for it, which is dope, and bought some graphic novels. And Mojo, if I was smart, because the truth to me is like I collect singles, but really I read and trade because I have the short-term memory of a goldfish. So I have to read it all at once, or I'll have to read it again when I come back to it.
Yeah.
So if I was smart, I would buy trades and I would just give up this floppies game. But man, I love it. I love the thrill of this game. I can't
love the thrill of the game.
The thrill of the singles game, baby. I can't let it go.
Whoa. What are you telling me? What? Oh my God.
Man.
Oh my God. I bet they're out there, man, because I don't think it was a really rare book. But it's like this Johnny Quest. I've just been sitting on this for years because I love that series. I love Johnny Quest, and I love that cover. But I had no idea that Dave Stevens' art would blow up at some point. I bet somebody just got like your LCS sitting there one at a time on eBay, baby. One at a time. 50 bucks, 75 bucks for each one of those, man. Oh my God. That's awesome. Atomic Comics. Atomic Comics in Hampton. Okay. All right. I'll be looking to see what they put some stuff up for sale.
The hookups.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. I tell you, though, I did get some other good stuff, too. Doc Strange is also a Blood Hunt tie-in. It's in everything. Everything's Blood Hunt. I could have gotten this Strange Academy Blood Hunt, which I'm sub to Strange Academy, but I thumbed through it, and it looked like it was just such an inconsequential book. Like it was just another, So I did not get that one, but I sub to Doctor Strange, so I'll be keeping that one.
Yeah, I was watching C Bizzle's video recently, and he said exactly what I'm saying, is that I'm going to get the main books from Blood Hunt because I'm curious about it. I kind of like the first book, so I'm in on that. But I'm not going to pick up any of these other tie-ins on series that I'm not following. I'm just going to keep the stuff like Moon Knight. Everything that I'm already on, I'll get. But outside of that, man, I'm good. I'm gonna pass.
Yep, for sure, man. For sure. I just read number 146 of Batman. 147 came out today. It's okay. It's okay. It's going in a crazy direction. How far behind on it are you, or have you caught up?
Man, I was trying to think, how far am I? I think I read the last issue, but I cannot remember it at all because, like I said, I remember. So I think I read the last issue, but I can't recall it, so I'm gonna have to read it again.
I can't believe that Blood had number 1 of the Red Band. Oh, the 1 in 25. Okay. I didn't check that one out. I got the regular one coming, but I don't have that one.
The last thing I remember is Damian being down with Failsafe because he thought it was. That's
You're pretty caught up. So you maybe have one more to go. That was maybe 145. So this is 147. So you just got one more to go. Yeah, the last one was pretty good. So I don't know what they're leading up to here, but I'm down with the chips behind the wheel. So I'm
people said they were. I've seen people say they weren't really liking Failsafe, but they're growing on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's growing on them.
Yes.
He's not growing on me though. I think he sucks.
Really? It could be an interesting character.
I don't hate it.
Don't you want to sell all those copies you've got at some point?
That's what I was going to say. I don't hate it.
Yes.
But I don't love it either, which will make it super easy to hawk these if something happens and the price jumps. Because I got a lot of them, guys. I got a lot of them.
Hello, Naman. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
Naman, what's up? Man, Naman just had John Boy Myers on his channel. They're doing Pacific Asian. Maybe I'm making that up, but they're doing a heritage thing.
Yeah. K-pop was talking about that. Katie was talking about
channels.
that too. Yeah.
K-pop is involved. Yeah. I know Otaku Tour Guide is involved. I think I saw it streaming on another channel, but definitely check them out. They got some heavy hitters. Like I said, they had John Boy Myers, which was awesome.
One of my
Check
faves.
out the homie Naman. That's my dude right there. I love watching Naman and Comic Journey go at each other. It's so fun.
Oh God, I missed that, man. I gotta catch that.
Costello routine.
One's a straight man and one's a comedian. Maybe they're both the comedian. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Space Case likes. I think Failsafe will be. It's too good of a character not to. It's got to stick around. Just the idea of this anti-Batman. Now you got this Zur Ra and Failsafe and Bruce like in jail. Crazy stuff going on.
And to be more accurate, it's not that I don't like Failsafe. It's that I don't like the Zur Ra stuff, which bleeds into Failsafe. But it's the Zur Ra stuff that I don't like. I want a real villain. I don't want the villain to be Batman himself. It's just I don't know. I want to go after Joker or something. That's more fun.
Well, how can I tell you? I mean, sometimes the enemy is within. We have met the enemy, and it is us.
Yeah, but how long has he been fighting? How many issues have we been doing this where he's fighting himself? Where the biggest villain of the book is Batman himself? It's like we've been doing this for a while, and I'm super tired of it. And that's what I really don't like. It's not that I don't like failsafe, it's that I don't like the Zero and Raw stuff so much.
Well, we'll see what happens with all that going on. Hey, there's your buddy. There's your wrestling buddy. What's up, Beckerman?
Beckerman
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Beckerman is so funny. He's always looking for trouble with me. He picked a fight with me on Instagram and then had to retract it. So he came in. Beckerman, I almost posted on your video. Is this show still a thing? Because he came through last night to FOC and showed. He's like, "Oh, is this show still a thing?" And I'm like, guys, you'd be lucky to have a friend like Beckerman who could support you so much. What a great guy.
He is awesome. We all need a friend like Beckerman, that's for sure.
That was sarcasm.
Oh, I can never tell. All right, so
for anybody in the audience who maybe missed that, just make sure.
A friend like Beckerman. Ain't no grave, ain't no other man, says Christina Aguilera. So yeah, this is from Scotty Young and Jorge Corona, two of my favorite creators who did the Me You Love in the Dark. I want to say the name of that was, and we love that. Both of us love that. Extra thick first issue.
I guess this is a lot of setup. I have not read this issue myself, but I guess it's a lot of setup, which is good. I'll probably wait a few issues before I even read this one. I do love the art on it, though, man. The cover.
Jorge Corona, man.
Really good, man.
Jorge Corona, how can you not? Geiger, number 2. I guess I'm still signing up for Geiger, which is great.
You should. You absolutely should. I've already read this one, and I love it. I love the art.
Already.
The Geiger book. It's so fun.
Oh, there's no question. All the art in all the Geiger universe books is just fantastic. Oh my! Every artist he's got.
If you are a fan of Geiger, then you should definitely check out Fallout on Amazon Prime right now. A lot of people are raving about it. You don't need to have played the video game Fallout to enjoy it, by all accounts. I have not watched it myself, but I'm going to get to it, and I've played the game Fallout. So, I'm really looking forward to that. So they're very interchangeable. If you like Fallout, you probably like Geiger. Check it out. If you like Geiger, you probably like Fallout. Check it out.
There you go. Endorsed by Circumstances himself. Transformers number 8. I think I may be one behind on this, but it's been pretty good so far. It's got my guy Ryan Otley. Well, I did read that one because Ryan Otley did the art. Yeah,
man, he is mimicking DWJ art style so well.
He is. I love his art, man. I love both these guys. To me, they're 1 and 1A. They're both great artists to me.
But Otley, I would say Otley. I mean, I can't say with authority, but Otley's ability, because that's not Otley's style right there.
No, it's a little different. It's a little different, man. But he's like Jim Rugg. He can kind of mimic other people's styles.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so awesome to me, is that you could have easily told me that was DWJ, and I would have been like, oh, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, if it not been signed by him, or maybe it is DWJ. They're just trolling us. I don't know.
Yeah, but I did keep missing my turn on Free Comic Book Days because I was so engrossed in the conversation with Beckerman that I wasn't paying attention to my turns. But wait, we made it there safe. We had a good day.
Yes, Face Case Transformers is killing it, as is the whole damn Energon universe. And that's why it was a special, because they're just special. This is the B cover. I was trying to get the A cover. I had to end up buying the A cover online because they didn't have any A covers at the shop. But then there was I found one of the Energon Universe Free Comic Book Day ones, so I'll read this one first and then read this one. So I won't miss anything out. Yeah, so Energon Universe is also killing it. Love it, love it, love it.
I'm not on that one, but it does seem to be getting universal approval.
Yes. I mean, I can't believe I'm reading a G.I. Joe and a Transformers book, so yeah, but I am. But they started over, and it's like anything, like with Dick Tracy, Space Ghost, which is coming up. It's start over, and you can clarify things for another generation.
Space
exactly. You know it. That's the cry. Sacrifices number 8. This is excellent. Rick Remender. I haven't read number 2 of Napalm Lullaby yet. I got to catch up on that, but almost everything he does, I love, and this has been excellent so far. This is, I believe, an ongoing. It's not going to be a limited. And this is when I know. Go ahead.
I was going to say Rick Remender.
Remember. This is one both of us are on. Ooh, I had it right.
I've already
the glare.
I've already read this one, and I'm not quite sure I understand what Tynan's doing, but I think I'm not supposed to understand yet. But man, some new stuff in this one.
Well, that means he's throwing you a Tynian curve.
New information revealed. It's not shock. The new information is not shocking it at all, though, because you do get like, yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. I know it's hard. It's hard, man. You did a lot of reading today. I never get a chance to read on NCBD. Winding down is Lester of the Lesser Gods. I know, right? It's written by one of my guys, Eric Powell, but he's not doing the art. The art's being done by Gideon Kendall. So since Powell does the Goon. I picked up one of those Goon books, Free Comic Book Day, so I'll give it a shot. I'll take a flyer on it. It could be good. Last couple is Night People. I haven't read number 2 yet, but number 1 was so good. I've just been picking them up and banking that they'll be good. So it's very, very David Lynchian story. Is reached issue number 3. And the last couple of this one, The Last Mermaid, number 3. I mean, it's such a beautiful book, though. I mean, I don't even mind if it's not a great story, which it may be because I didn't read number 2 yet. But I had to pick up number 3.
Are you giving this one the thumbs down? It sounded
No.
like you were.
No, I did a review for the first one, and I liked it, but it kind of left you hanging, and it wasn't a lot there except yes, I'm a mermaid and I'm dying and I have a little fish as a friend, and hopefully we find some fresh water soon. But I think more things have happened, like in issue number 2. Now I can just do like you and just binge it all and catch up on it. And the last thing is this is my jam. I've been talking about this forever. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 6. This wraps up this just phenomenal series. I was looking at JP's show the other day. He picked this to be a trap, and it turned out to be straight cash, homie. Because this has gone up. This has gone up. The graded number 1 and the raw number 1 is still drawing a pretty good price. And can't wait to see how this wraps up. I hope it has a really great ending. The worst thing for it to be is it's just like a kind of a blah ending, but hopefully so far it's been great. And man, that's one of my favorite books. Quite a while. My favorite book from last year.
He is going to call most things a trap because most things are a trap. So it's the safest call on that show when you're doing that. But one of my big Free Comic Book Day pickups I found at Clint's Comics, actually, issues 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Beneath the Trees. So
no, you didn't.
I am in on it. I have not read that one yet, but I got number 1 from Willie Survive. Shout out to Willie. I got the second print from him, and I've got the second print of 2, I think, as well, and then the rest of them. So I get to read it, guys. I'm in on this one. I'm excited.
Don't do it, man. Not with that money.
Hooked on Juno wants to know what happened.
Think about your brother. What happened to who?
The merman. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the last mermaid.
Oh, the mermaid. Oh, well, maybe that's why there's only one mermaid left. All the mermen are dead, and I don't know. There's no in vitro fertilization or anything like that going on, so I don't know. Hey, C-Biz, how the heck are you? Welcome. I only read Transformers. Well, those are two good. Those are my 2 favorite, probably, from the Energon universe. Is Void Rivals. Void Rivals being the original story, but Transformers being just revamped by my guy
DWJ, baby, who will be at
DWJ.
Heroes Con a month and a week away. I'm so excited. I can't believe how close it is. I need to get my wallet right, though. We need to win some bets, baby.
It's always good to have bets. All right. At least to win bets. You can have lots of bets and lose the hell out of them.
Winning part is very important.
The winning is the hardest part. All right. So, you got anything for what's good, or am I going solo?
Not that I'm gonna miss another week, but I promise I'm gonna find something next week.
You're reading a lot of stuff. You must be finding some good stuff in there.
Nothing I want to put up there, man. I'm taking this very serious. I'm not gonna put stuff on here just to put it on here.
All
I
right.
want to put Deviant on there, but I don't understand it now. I put it on here already first, but I want to put the Deviant back on, but I don't understand enough to put it back on yet, so I'm gonna have to hold off on that one. Yeah. So
Okay. Well, hey, you're the best judge of that, my friend. Hey, what's up, Katie? How are you? Good to
hey,
see you.
Pops, we were just talking about you.
Yes, we talked her up. Yes, yes. All right. Now let's do some of this real quick. This real quick, in fact, version of what's good. And this is what it is. Is what's good. This is a book Circum talked about last week, and I see what you mean. I totally see what you mean about this book, man. But I really liked it a lot. And this Jenny Prison cover looks a lot better in person than I looked online when I was previewing it before.
Kind of wish I had that one. It's really nice.
Yeah, it is a nice one. I was like, yeah, it doesn't look like her best, but you look at it in person, like, oh, this is like it's almost a virgin too, because it just has a distillery logo up at the top there. So
sometimes I look at her art and her style, and I really try and figure out like what is so distinctive about it, right? When you see a Jenny cover, you know it's Jenny, but like, what is it about it? Is it like the line work? I think my answer is the line work. But what would be your answer?
Well, I think the line work, and I think she colors her own work too. So I think the way she colors her stuff, that it makes it, because sometimes the coloring can make or break your piece, especially when you use a style that doesn't have a lot of say like a Brian Hitch kind of a style with tons of lines and McFarlane and stuff like that. So I think her coloring and her line work really make her work special, in my opinion. I'm gonna stay with that.
That's
Final
all
answer.
I say about that.
That's all right. Stupid is, stupid does. All right, so Spectrograph is the book we're talking about. If you didn't see the name on the cover, and this is by James T. And I totally see what you're talking about. The woman in there and her child. Oh my God! But for you to hate her that much, that means that Tynion has done his job in making you feel something for this character. Because you make
that's the thing. But that's the thing about it, and I think I said this last week, is like Tynion does that. He gets you to feel that way, which is an important thing about writing. But I feel like he cheats to get you there when he puts kids in danger. It's cheating to get you there. It's an easy way to get you invested because we're all invested in kids.
Is it?
Well, I don't. I mean,
is it really cheating? I mean, all he's doing is like
it's a
making realistic dialogue and realistic behaviors of human beings. I mean, people do dumb shit like that. Not every day,
mothers don't do that. That's unheard of.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Well,
God, you've heard of Casey Anthony. Please tell me you've heard of mothers who've done horrible things.
That's not the
horrible
norm.
Things. It's not the norm. Okay. But he's a horror writer, so he's got to have people doing horrible things.
I hate her and I hope she dies. Whatever happens to her, she deserves it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her.
How do you really feel? All right, so Marcus feels very strongly about this character. There are other characters also in the book, and this starts back in 1965, and then fast forwards to the present day, where this irresponsible woman has I won't give away too much, but she left her child in a bad situation with some total dumb shit. And
I hate it. I couldn't stop thinking about the rest of the book. And then, of course, they remind you at the end of the book, hey, remember that thing you were pissed off about? Here, just one more reminder. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah. Yes. And here's a thing. I picked up a copy. I hope this way does. Yeah. I hope the books would be, well, some of them are, and some of them just like, but which ones have I loved so far? Have I really loved? Oh, I really, really liked Somna, but I haven't finished it yet, so I got to get number 3 of that.
That was the one
So,
I was going to name.
yeah,
Somna.
yeah, Somna was good, and I think this has a chance to be good too. And I haven't, and Gone was not there. I think I read the preview of Gone in the first distillery. It was in there. Yeah, Katie agrees. Yeah, and it wasn't. I think that was by was it Jock that does that one? Or
Yeah, it was Jock. I didn't get
yeah,
that one.
yeah. I mean, okay, yeah, but I mean, it's just not. It's not to me a story worth buying that premium size book for. So yeah,
I
but
do like the format, though. A lot of people complain because it sucks to store the different format when you just got normal books, but it's really
mhm.
nice to read those books with all that extra space, and it's nice to see what they do with the space, how they use it with the art. So I really do like the bigger format. What is it?
Yeah,
What is it, prestige format? Is that
prestige
what you said?
format. Yeah, yeah, prestige format, magazine size. Yeah, I was reading this one. I probably fell asleep 3 times reading it and woke up still holding the book. Oh, I'll pick up right here where I left off. But it's such reading puts me to sleep anyway. It's probably some weird thing, but it's not because the story was boring, but just because it was just so comforting. The size of this book, it says, "Oh, just like reading a storybook at bedtime or something," you know. So I'm going to give this more shots. I don't know how many issues it's going. Maybe, hopefully 3, because you don't want to spend a whole ton of money on these $9 books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
3,
not
maybe 4.
entirely. I'm interested in this book. Not entirely sold on it. I'll probably give it 3, and then we'll make some hard decisions.
Yes, hard cousin, and you're his boy. Yes, they do fit nicely on the bookshelf. People always worry about how you're going to store them. You get another, thing like that. It's not a big deal.
And my shop sells the magazine bag and board individually, so I think it's
Mine
like,
too. I think most do. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
25 cents each or something like that. It's not too bad. So
but 80s guy, not a fan.
that makes sense, critical, just because it changes everything. When everything is uniform, everything goes a lot smoother. But when you flip it up, you got to change things a bit. It
Yeah,
throws things off. So I get that.
it's pretty daring to go a different size. Actually, I mean, even the last Ronin went somewhere between magazine size and traditional comic size. So, man, I guess it
Yeah,
depends on how bold you want to be. Entropy
we
in
got
Comics is talking about some stuff here.
Yeah, what up, Kevin? Good to see you, homie. Met with Patrick Horvath today, signed the series, hung out and talked. Great guy. Awesome.
That's awesome.
I love hanging
That's,
out with creators, man. I always feel a
oh
little
my
awkward because I
God.
don't want to bother them,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still very cool. I gotta always remember to take a picture. I never remember to take a picture.
Yeah, I'd love to have him on the show. Actually, man. Once I read this, maybe we can fandangle and beg and plead. Maybe I can somehow get him on here. We'll see. Cross your fingers, boys and girls. Maybe it can happen. What's that? There's a ton of books with different sizes. I think it's hard to store a smaller. Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Comic Vantage.
Man,
Evening
what
to
up?
you.
Good to see you. And yeah, critical, it would throw it. Yeah, it would just throw a lot of stuff off, and you got to compensate for a different size.
Yeah, and just like I remember 80s guy was talking a few weeks ago, but he goes, this place is small. It's in New York, for God's sakes. Didn't have a lot of room for a lot of big boxes. So I totally feel that.
Yeah,
Totally
Entropy, that
remember
sounds like a great week, man. Living the life.
that. That is life. Living his best life, one might even say.
Yeah, I think he's like in the LA area. So
Oh, well, hell, man. Yeah.
I bet a lot of cool people come through there.
Yeah, that's where a lot of stuff is happening in entertainment of all kinds. All right, so I guess we'll just do you want to take a smoke break? I can do the reviews real quick.
Let me take a nap. Actually, I'll set an alarm. I'll
Take a
get back.
nap. That's right. Set your alarm.
I'm gonna hang out with Wanda.
Wanda. Oh God. All right. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be nice.
No promises.
All right. And with that, we'll move on to this week's reviews. I don't have a copy of Space Ghost. but I actually did read it, and I did buy it, and I did like it. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is going to be Space Ghost. And Space Ghost, if I can find the video for it here. Space Ghost goes back a while for folks my age, man. It also crosses over to the generation that grew up, I think, in the 90s or the aughts, or came of age in those eras, if you will. So this Space Ghost #1, there's this space station that's under attack, and Jan and Jace and their dad, who I think is a scientist on this space station, just are scrambling, trying to get out. Things are just crashing all around them, and eventually they get their monkey, which is Blip. Blip stands for like some sort of like experiment, brain, something with and he's a monkey that's got this stuff built into his ears. He's not just a little pet like he was in the regular show, in the old show. But they see their father murdered right in front of them by this space pirate, and all of a sudden there comes this guy wearing power bands and a white suit, Space Ghost. So Space Ghost comes in, starts fighting the space pirates, and Jan and Jace, they're kind of freaking out because, to be fair, they just witnessed their father be murdered. They don't know if this guy is a good guy or not. So they flee Space Ghost, and he's trying to save them, but they're not making it easy for him. So then Jan and Jace run into these galactic patrol guys, space police basically, and they spill the whole beans about Blip and what happened to their dad. But these are bad cops. They're on the tape, just like, cops are other places. Space, or it doesn't matter. It can be bad cops everywhere. So Space Ghost jumps in again, helps try to rescue them, and he drops one of his power bands. And Jan, being the badass that she is, she picks up the power band and just starts blazing at the bad guys. And that eventually gets things to calm down a bit. But eventually, Space Ghost convinces them that he's on their side. So, man, I was really glad that this was not just another one of these books that they'd use to try to keep a license, as they sometimes do at Dynamite. I don't know where I've misplaced my hard copy. I don't know where it's at. But this was actually a good enough series to where I think people who are nostalgic for it from my era will like that part of it. And it was updated because we never had any kind of an origin. I don't think we had an origin for Jan and Jace, like where the hell they came from. So that helps. And even get a little bit more background about Space Ghost, but I'm sure they'll reveal more of that as the series goes on. So absolutely a thumbs up for Space Ghost #1, man. It would have to fall flat on his face for me to not like it. So I'm a little bit biased, but I think it was a decent book. Better than decent book. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say better than decent.
Seems to be getting good reviews, warm reviews.
Yes, and deservedly so. All right, next is this thing called Grit and Gears. It's this steampunk thing. It's written by, who the heck is it written by? Oh, it was created by Angel Fuentes and Manuel SB, and it's written by Angel Fuentes and illustrated by the same person, Nanuel SB. That's what it says here. All right, so here we go with Grit and/or Gears. Grit and Gears. I have not read a lot of steampunk books in my time, but this was a pretty good one. It takes place in the late 1800s, and this poor robot has been through the mill here. He was like an automation that was created a while back, maybe a few years back, before he lost his arm in this horrible incident. And he's on the run trying to survive, stealing oil from the equivalent of a mini mart in the cowboy days. And he runs into one of his old friends, quote unquote friends. And she's trying to get him to come back and do her a solid and help out her little boy. And he's reluctant to do so because he has suffered a lot at the hands of human beings. We flash back to his origin, where he was created as this big wonder of the world. And he was just like this singing cowboy of a robot who would stop crime and at the same time just entertain people and just be an all-around good guy, But eventually the time came when other robots were created. And these robots weren't so nice. So these robots actually began killing people. So that just spelled doom for all the robots. And there was a whole incident where he lost his arm and he turned against the bad robots, but it was too late because by that point, all human beings had turned against him, and now he's just forced out as an exile into the Old West. So this is another book that I read when I was falling asleep, and I woke up and read it again. It's like, wow, this is very good. So I'll try to make a habit to not read books when I'm sleeping. I might be prejudiced against them, but rereading it, I really liked it. And these Blood Moon books, man, there are some good ones every once in a while, but this one actually, I like it. I like the way it just shows a little bit of personality in this robot and everything, and the dialogue is kind of witty. So yeah, Grit and Gears. I mean, this has been something I've been sitting on for probably months. I picked up a fine copy as a reading copy, just taking a flyer on it, but it's totally worth your while. It's probably into the maybe second, third, at least issues by now. But you can pick that up, I'm sure, at your LCS if you live in a big city, or online if you don't. All right, last one. Oh, this one's for you, baby. For you, Marcus. This last one is The Duchenne Smile. And this one is a comic by Damian Connolly, most famous for his You Promised Me Darkness series.
Of course. I had no idea where you were going with this. This
is for you. This one's for you, wherever you are. The Duchenne Smile. Lord have mercy. Where do I begin? Listen, Damian Connolly definitely has a style that he's like totally leaning into. All of his books are pretty, I wouldn't say, well, man, I would say depressing, but definitely filled with despair and darkness, just by the names, as you might guess. Well, the Duchenne Smile comes from this fellow, who came up with this idea that a real, genuine smile can only be generated without forethought, and not like a politician's smile or a beauty queen smile. A real, genuine smile can only be generated when you're having true joy. So this kid is like grown up in a home with an abusive father who's just a piece of shit. And he has not smiled very much, but the things that bring him joy are very dark. And he really becomes this, after murdering his father, which probably couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Unfortunately, he goes on, he just kind of like, he loses it and he becomes a serial killer. And this is like, I guess, his story as it goes on and on. And the thing that I love about Damian Connolly is not necessarily his subject matter, which is, like I said, can be filled with despair and darkness, but his medium, the way he uses his medium, and I don't even know what his process is, but it seems like he uses negatives from from actual photography, and he uses, of course, maybe ink and different kinds of stuff like that. But man, his production and the way he does his work, it just still fascinates me. Even though the subject matter might not be for everyone, I'm still somewhat amused by this fellow's work. So yeah, I would, I don't know, I can't say that you will enjoy this because I don't know what you actually really like, but I definitely thought it was interesting, the Duchenne Smile. And look up that dude, Duchenne, and you'll see his history of all the crazy shit that he did. So there you go. There you have it.
I'm not sure based on your review, but just on past experience, I'm gonna have to pass.
Just on past experience.
No,
yeah,
Connolly, but
no disrespect. Yes,
You Promised Me Darkness was so far over my head, like way over my head.
Yeah, Frog Brawler. I only did that one with the Energon universe, I guess, just because they kind of go together. And plus, the Energon Universe free comic book day one was kind of beat up, so I didn't think it deserved a bag of its own. So I just threw it in there with this week's Energon Universe special. But I
I
normally
know Phil. Oh, I'm sorry.
Easy Phil. Yeah, I don't I know I don't like to team up my books if I can help it. I like to have them, each one.
I was gonna say I
bag.
know Phil buys expensive bags, but he does bag back and forth, front and back as well. So you
Yeah.
take the hit on the extra bags, but you save money by double bagging.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just kind of a purist.
Me too. Me
Just-
too.
I
One
was
bag,
kind of a
one
purist.
board, one comic.
Yeah.
That's
One
all I do.
love. One love. All right. So
Like I seriously get stressed. I mean, it's kind of stressful for me if I'm low on bags and boards. It's a stressful thing. I
I
gotta
know.
fix it.
I always have to have a backup
I'm,
hundo just waiting on me, unopened.
yeah,
Backup
I've got to
stack.
have at least one open pack of bags, one open pack of bags or boards, or I'm nervous about it. Like I feel like I don't have enough. Always.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I need to get into that business. That's a racket.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Now I'm submitting like some cards to a PSA, which is CGC's parent company or their sister company, however that works, and they are very specific about things that you have to put them in certain. You can't put them in a top loader. You have to put them in like what they call a card carrier, or is there some like patented name for it? So I'm sending those off, and they're expensive to grade as comic books. They're $25 a card. Shipping's a little bit less, but same price. Pretty amazing.
And what card were you auction? What card did you win before we went live?
I won a Christopher Morel graded rookie card,
Who is
signed and
that?
graded rookie card. He's up and comer. Don't forget his name, Christopher Morel. He's the Cubs' third baseman right now. He's not a great third baseman, but oh my God, he tears the cover off the ball. He's just a hell of a hitter, and he's been trying to get into the lineup. He's finally on the lineup now, so this is kind of a spec. Once again, I'm not good with card specs, but who knows? We'll see.
Fingers
The
crossed.
richest man in comics together, but that's how they get you, Bobby D, for shizzle.
Babito.
Oh, do you now? You have some Topps Chromes. Oh, is that right? Still,
I know there's real money in that stuff, like and I think that in terms of buying like modern cards, you have a
Mhm.
much more chance of getting something that's going to be valuable years down the road. Whereas as a modern comic book collector, I don't really feel like there's much in terms of modern comics that are going to have lasting power. I would hope to be wrong, but I feel that's the case. Like not a lot of these modern books, because if you think like how many big books are there from like 2005 to 2015? I don't feel like there's. I mean, wouldn't be an authority on it, but I don't feel like there's as many as there was in like the 90s, like 80s and 90s. I feel like they came at a bigger clip. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm talking my ass, but I
I
think
used to
there's much more value in modern collecting with cards than there is with comics. I collect comics for the stories and the art, not as any sort of investment.
I used to hang out with these serious like speculator collector. Don't even read the book, just collect the book and CGC and all that stuff. And they would always talk about this rule of 5 and 15, where it's like books get big in those years. Every 5 years, every 15 years. You got to stick it. So you have to wait for certain things to come around these cycles. It's kind of like the fourth turning or something like that. It may or may not be any truth to that.
Ooh, wee! Critical Entertainment nailed it. I do think that. I mean, everybody thinks it now. Obviously, with the way he's playing in this series, and they're up 2-0 against the defending champs, which who expected that, right? But the way that Ant Edwards is playing, man, that's a hell of investment. People
Now,
are saying he's Jordan's son, and it feels like maybe he is.
see, I'm so out of touch with the NBA. I thought he was talking about the guy that played on the ER as Doctor. What's his name? Anthony Edwards. I had no idea.
Are you not watching Minnesota and Denver play right now? So crazy series.
I only catch basketball here and there. You know, I'm not as big a basketball. You would think I don't, but I only catch it here and there. Baseball is my main sport.
We got the homie Chaos and Calm.
It'll take time to restore chaos. It'll take time to restore chaos. It'll take time to restore chaos.
I haven't seen Chris in a while, man. Good to see you, Chris. I miss you, brother. Hope you're well, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming through.
Howdy ho. Howdy ho indeed. Yeah, I got a few. I got a few Prism. Luca. Oh, Luca. I know who Luca is. Okay. Go Dodgers.
I do love betting on the Dodgers, though. They're easy money.
They are. The Cubs did take 2 out of 3 from them, though, but and they are still a very good team.
Yeah, overall, that money line's going to be juice, but it's going to be free money.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I don't know. The Bulls are so irrelevant. I'm such a fair weather basketball fan that I just, you know, I can't bear to watch other people play basketball well. You know, the Bulls are they're in basketball hell right now. It's just terrible.
Hell of a game 2 going on right now. I really need Halliburton to get a triple-double. Please get a triple-double.
What? You got 12? Are any of those signed? If they're not signed, it's PSA 10s. I mean, 10s are hard to get. You got to have that perfect centering and everything. It's easy to get a 10 on a card than on a comic, though. But still, it's not super easy. It's not super easy.
Y'all some serious collectors out here, man. Damn.
I know, man. I had no idea this guy. And Critical Entertainment, man. You guys are both into the stuff. I mean, I'm gonna get advice from you because I can't really pick my cards. I'm taking a hard gamble on Christopher Morel because of the way he's playing, and I just got a gut feeling about him. But I usually don't. I said, oh, okay. That's yeah, man. But those chrome ones are great, though. I mean, either chrome or signed is the best way to go because those are more valuable, I think. Since Kobe was a rookie, wow. I sold my Kobe rookie. I kind of wish I had kept it now, but I got a nice, pretty penny for it.
So I'm curious, like, okay, just to keep it simple for my brain, let's just stick to basketball cards.
Okay.
Back in the day, you'd have like Don Russ, you know, Flair, all these different card companies dropping cards.
Hoops.
And how does it work? Is it one card company now, or is it multiple companies and people are picking and choosing which one is the important one?
If I'm not mistaken, for basketball, I think Prism is the way to go. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think Prism has got the, there you go, this guy right there. Yeah, Prism is the way to go for basketball. I think they bid for, I'm sure they do bid for who gets what sport. And used to be, you know, we used to have hoops and what's that, Skybox, Chaos, Stadium Club, and all this stuff. You know, so that used to be I guess been narrowed down now to just Prism. Prism has all the basketball good stuff. And
what's important, I think that's important, is you don't want the market to be too saturated, right? Otherwise, everything will lose value.
Yes, Prism holds a monopoly. Yeah, they have totally bought basketball and Panini. Panini Prism, the same company. Is Optic with Prism too? That's like another type of card. I've seen a lot of Optics out there too. Upper Deck back in the day for sure. These guys, man, I was remembering like Upper Deck was big on baseball too. Upper Deck had a lot of good baseball. The Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck card was the shizznizzle for a long time. And the hockey cards are really worth a lot. I mean, I don't know shit about hockey, but if you know about hockey, those cards are worth a lot.
So
I guess.
So, and man, you guys are confusing me more. So, like, there's a different company like Panini Upper Deck, and they get 1 year they get basketball, and then they lose basketball, but they get another sport. Because
Yeah,
like that's how like who's regulating this?
regulation. Ha ha. Who regulates anything?
Man, I'm gonna have to look
This
up.
right
I'm
here
curious.
regulates. That's what. How much money you got? Oh, we're gonna go with you now. That's how that's done, baby. They just switch out. I mean, I don't know what kind of back room, smoke filled room deals they perpetrate to make this happen. But yeah, it's an upper deck MJ cards. Oh yeah, a lot of those insert cards. I got a few of those. Yes.
Well, when I say regulating, you guys are saying that it goes to tops next year, et cetera. Well, who's determining that it goes to tops next year? Somebody's regulating.
Well, who's determining who has the NBA playoffs on TNT? TNT came up with that.
So
that
it's
moolah.
the NBA. It's the NBA signing licensing deals. Then is the answer.
Basically,
Okay.
yes. MLB, NHL, every sport. Whatever the soccer the initials are. Yeah, they all sign deals with exclusive people to make their cards, to carry their programming and all that stuff, man.
That's a good question, Frog Brawler. I wish that was true about comics. I wish that you could get a better idea of print count in comics. Like there's no the best you can do is get a loose estimation, and you still don't know, how loose it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure how transparent the card companies are with how many they print, because sometimes they can be a whole lot. But it seems like a lot of times that the stars cards, there's a lot fewer of those than what we used to call the busters cards. We used to get I got 10 of this guy. Oh, great. He's going to be out of the league in a year. Thanks a lot. That's why I no longer, I used to buy like the packs. I don't buy packs anymore. It's like a lottery ticket. If you get one good card out of that pack, you spend $10 on, you're lucky. Just go ahead and buy the cards you want. Just find it for a good price and buy it. And by that time, you've already spent what you would spend on all those empty, bad, card packs you end up throwing away or giving to, putting on your bike if you're a kid or some shit. There you go,
Chaos. That is like what I'm thinking. Like I'm curious about it because I'm like, I could definitely get into it. And if I did, it would be UFC cards. But man, I don't know. I'll have to check into it. What up to Nate Wolf coming through asking about the Blood Hunt series? I read the first issue and I'm more interested in it than I was before reading it. So, and I'm definitely going to collect. It's only 4 issues, right? So I'm going to collect the whole thing. And
I think it's 5.
And I like
Jed
McKay. I like Jed McKay. I trust him to write something interesting. And the last panel of the first issue was like, I like what they did there. So I'm curious. I'm sure there's a reason, but
I like what they did there too. But I like I always say, so far so good, Nate. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what sticks. We see what first appearances mean anything in this series. So I don't know. I mean,
80 to 100. How many cards are in a pack?
Not a lot. But they're less. They're less numerous. That's it. So not back when I was buying them, but now they're you buy a pack, it's like about that much, but everything is either signed or it's a limited number. So it's a lot more value. I mean, they hold their value more.
Bro, chaos. Let's start the company Pornhub cards. Everybody trying to get their favorite porn celeb. Oh, the golden card, the golden Allison Tyler card that everybody's been trying to get. Oh, let's do it, dude. That's cash money. This sounds too expensive for me. Way too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that would be another addiction you would have.
Yeah,
if you start getting into that. That's why I'm not into like gaming or anything else, because if I get into that, man, now what I'm going to do? I'm going to how much time I'm going to have left in the day? I'm going to get caught up in this too. This comics thing and drawing keeps me busy as hell. So I just don't have time for any new stuff.
$100 for 12 to 14 cards, man.
12 cards, 2 refractors.
Insane.
2 refractors. Yep.
But here's the thing that I probably don't understand those because of the setup. Here, let me ask it differently. When I buy a comic book, it's like buying a car, right? As soon as you take it off the lot, the price comes down immediately, right? Is it like
Perhaps
that with cards?
I don't think so.
Or you really, I mean, you got to be getting some value if they cost that much, right? Even the ho hum card would have to have some value at that price, right?
Even your ho hum card's going to get you something back for your money. It will only be a totally worthless, 10-cent
Yeah.
card. But you won't get your big ones as often. But when you do get a big one, it's a big one. So it's like a
I've seen
bigger
people
lottery
celebrate.
ticket.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow, is that big of a deal, huh? Well, and they say, yeah, this card's $350. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. That's why, both CGC has PSA and Beckett has CBCS. They know the crossover. They grade other things other than cards and comics too. So yeah, that's
Critical Entertainment is right. There absolutely is a lot of crossover between comic books and cards, and you often see people doing both.
like gambling. Yeah. So it's still like a lottery ticket.
Yeah. I'm glad it's so expensive because that makes it less likely for me to start doing it. I'm not going to spend 80.
Especially if you don't know a lot about it. I mean, don't go into it if you don't know a lot about it because
I can't spend that much. I can't spend that much money on a whim. That's not in my budget.
Yes. All right, let's get this thing back on the comics before we lose our base. That was a question, Frog Baller. Yeah. So Dark Web sucked. AXE sucked. I was playing the Skip Blood Hunt. It probably wouldn't be the worst decision you've ever made, Frog Brawler. I mean, I don't think it's going to be life changing. It just was all right, from what I can tell so far. Yeah. 80s.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with events.
It's the name.
They feel so inconsequential. Like what was it? Heroes Reborn, and that wasn't really because that was kind of an Elseworlds thing. So, but I want these big events to have lasting effects. That's how it should be. We'll see what this one does, but this one doesn't feel like it's going to have lasting effects. It feels like just a one-off kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes, incorrect, Phil. That's when you hit, you do hit. All right, what are we looking at next week? Looking at Action, looking at Ultimate X-Men number 3, Miles number 20. Is that the big number 20 right there? You already passed this big number, whatever it was. This number something's issue. I'm probably just not remembering it. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say Critical Entertainment's out here wheeling and dealing in cards. What's that dude, Wolf of Wall Street? He's a regular Wolf of Wall Street out here.
2K. Oh my God. Yeah, certain ones. Yeah, I had the base. Was it Upper Deck? No, the base Tops Kobe rookie card, and it was a 9. It was graded 9. PSA 9. And right after he passed, man, I got almost 700 for that baby. There's something about way more than that though. Way more. that wasn't even a limited number. You get one of those limited numbers or an auto or something like that. Straight cash, homie. All right. I always love me some Doom. How about you?
I'm thinking about this one. I'm debating it.
I've always, he got, is this Ron V? No, this is Jonathan Hickman who's writing this. Sanford Green drawing it. Oh, I think I pre-ordered one of these. Oh, the Bitter Root guy, Sanford Green and Jonathan Hickman. Oh my goodness. This might be doing something. I mean, this is good writer, good artist. I'm pretty sure I ordered this Eddie Granov one. I love Doom and the green tunic with the armor. It looks so awesome.
Yeah, I might have to get that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is the I don't know if it's the FOC variant, but it is a variant. There's a couple, 2, 3 of them here. George Perez, even, man. George Perez has moved on to the great beyond. He's still using his work. Damn.
Yeah, money to be made.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I will take a look at this for sure. That would be something if I have not already pre-ordered it. And House of Slaughter, we were talking about that being good again, man. You gotta catch up on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up with this issue.
Yeah. Ice Cream Man is back. Man, almost on a regular schedule now. It's usually like 3 or 4 months apart. That's just only been a month since the last one. Number 39. And this one, as we look at it, is this one is called Decompression in a Wreck, Part 1. And you can see what they're doing here. This is like in this first part of a two-parter, which does not require reading of either part. Something to think about, huh? So you can read either one of them first or not at all. We see how slow time can go when your bumper is making its way towards your trunk. That's just a nightmarish thought. And I guess in this issue, they deal with one party. And down where? Oh, yeah. And in the next issue, number 40, you can see they deal with the other party. And the other party appears to be a Mack truck. So God help the folks in their car. That's not a good thing at all. Yeah.
I don't pick up ice cream, man, but that's interesting. That is interesting.
Oh, man. That's one of the most clever books out there. Love Ice Cream Man. Red Coat, number 2. Coming out of the grave, like nothing's happening. We're both on that. And you should probably be on there too. I think Red Coat is going to be a real thing. Red Coat is here to stay, as is the Geigerverse.
Yep, Ghost Machine. Check it out, guys.
That's right. Ghost Machine.
Bought, and I'm so excited to get it, but I bought a Red Coat number 1 foil cover on Whatnot, and I also bought an exclusive foil cover that's signed, and it is super dope, guys. I can't wait to show it off. Whatnot is a trap, guys. Man, be careful with Whatnot. You could spend some money quick on there. Have you done much with Whatnot? I haven't heard you talk about it.
I have not. Whatnot? They turned me down the first time, and I was so spurned I'd even go back to try again. I heard now they're more amiable to letting people on, so maybe I'll try again.
Yeah, if they let me in, they'll let anybody in.
Yeah, so I guess I did something right there. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I know. Yeah, all the heavy ones are more valuable now. I pick up Doom. He's the Elvis of comics. Yes.
Right time.
Yeah.
The right place.
That's right. And play the wrong song. All right, what's next? Fish Flies. Fish Flies is the cutest little story about a little snot-nosed girl and her friend who turned into a fish fly. So if you're not checking that out, I don't blame you.
Yeah, which reminds me, I need to get back and get back to Zombie Zero, which was giving me fish flies. I read the beginning and I was like, you've got a little girl befriending a zombie in the beginning of this book. So I was like, man, this is like fish flies. Interesting art. The art is super clean in this book, man. I need to get back. I'm looking forward to it.
I need to start it, man. It's such a big book. I'm intimidated by it. It's such a massive graphic novel.
It looks
great.
So,
yeah, it looks great though. Now, what's up with this? Anybody reading The Outsiders? This funeral for how many times have they done this same cover here? Let's take a real quick look at the Outsiders.
Chris wants to talk about X-Men for the next 30 minutes.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. I'm behind on the series. I have not watched since episode 5.
No, yes, you did. Now you're talking the X-Men animated 97, right?
He's probably talking any X-Men that you want.
Oh, he's a hardcore X guy.
Yeah.
I've gotten to episode 7 yet. Have you read? Have you watched any yet?
What, X-Men?
Yeah, 97.
Yeah, I watched one. I binged 1 to 5 after everybody lost their minds.
Oh, yeah.
My plan is to binge 6 through 10. I'll actually binge 6 through 9 probably, and then watch the finale with everybody. That's probably what I'll end up doing.
Mm-hmm. Now, this cover has been copied how many times since, I guess, Crisis number 7, is it? Or 6? The Death of Supergirl. This is, I know somebody. Beckerman knows. That's Beckerman.
It's like the Knicks are going to win game 2, guys. Wow, I did not expect this.
Spoiler. The Knicks are going to win game. Get your taping it at home. Forget about it.
Oh, I forget you old people do that.
I'm old people. I'm not even watching it. I'm just saying somebody else might be doing it.
Yeah, but that is something you do though, is you tape it and then you'll watch it later. For me, if it's
It's,
not live, I don't care. It's got to be live for me.
see, I don't get that. To me, the shit happens when I get there. I don't care what has happened before. If I'm just watching for the first time, it's just happening, baby. Time is
I've,
frozen.
I've lived on the internet since 1996, so I'm just built that way.
You're not by yourself, son. So many people. And Brian apparently is a Knicks fan. All right, well, there you go. All right, well, X-Men 97, I think you might be missing out, Chris. I know you get some
Surely,
TV stuff.
surely Chris is watching it though. Sure, there's no
You
way
just
he's
don't want
not.
to admit it. Yeah.
No, he's just more focused on the comics, but surely he's watching. As an X-Men fan, you can't pass
Has
it
to
up.
be. Yeah, I'm not even a big X-Men fan. I'm watching it.
And we were talking about this yesterday, but like the takeaway that I got from watching the first 5 issues or 5 episodes of X-Men 97 is that it's really not hard to do this, right? There's nothing really groundbreaking about X-Men 97, but it hits really well is because you're taking from the comics the stuff that we know, the stuff that we like, and you're jumbling it all together in a new fun way, but it's still the stuff that we know and like. And I think so often we see these guys try and just completely do their own thing, and that's not the answer in this world where you've got to have people plugged in and ready to go to get your IP, give it a chance, even to get into the mainstream. You got to give the people what they want. And it just, so instead of just like bringing in these people who don't even know who the character is, they need to start respecting this stuff. And this is not how I usually sound, but this is what X-Men has taught me is like, yeah, what Critical said, keep it simple. You do not need to get crazy. Just keep it very simple. Take the awesome stuff from the comics and bring that into the fold. And boom, we're going to love it. We're going to be excited about it, man. That's what I really took away from that.
Oh, well, it must be working. And man, Chaos is like, nope, they didn't finish the old show. Like, so
Wow.
like
You
you don't
call
notice
yourself
you
an
don't
X-Men fan.
you don't know this man very well, do you? I'm not watching the old show or the new show. The hell with all that stuff. Really
You know,
do, huh?
I never finished the original series because I watched it on TV when you had to be ready to go and you couldn't miss it. So I don't remember it either, but I remember it being awesome. I don't know if it holds up, but man, it was awesome back
You were
then.
much younger then. You know, see
But
they've
that's
updated
true.
97 to make it more palatable to adults and children.
That's true, but the thing that really sticks out for me about X-Men back then is that was the first cartoon that grown-ups were watching. You would have grown-ups who were plugged in on Saturday morning to watching that show. I remember my friend's dad being watched, and I was like, "Wow, your dad watches it?" And he was excited about it too. And it's like that was the first cartoon I'd ever seen like that. So even
Wow.
back then, it played both ways.
Yes. I tend to agree with you on that. A lot of things they do, just leave it alone, just leave it alone, you know.
Yeah, a lot of times I've had the attitude of just let them cook and see what they do. But after
Let Russ
years of
cook.
this, I'm like, all right, they've already cooked. Just bring that recipe that Chris Claremont brought out and just do that
Mhm.
recipe. All right, we're gonna be fine if we just do that.
There it is. All right, so talk about borrowing covers. That's Web of Spider-Man on the Venom Separation Anxiety #1. That's totally that cover all over again. I give an attribute to whoever drew that cover the first time. But looky, Dark Ride is coming to an end. Sad emoji. Dark Ride is finally coming to an end after issue number 12, or with issue number 12, I should say. And this is it. Arthur Dante's haunting creation is brought to life, and it must be, well, I don't want to give anything away because this is awesome. Yeah, I actually bought the first 3 issues of this. I've been looking at it for a long time, and I'm going to do a giveaway at some point to some individual who wants to just read this series and see if they would like it.
I'm missing issue 9. I need to find issue 9. I somehow didn't pick that up. I don't know how I did that. Oh, did you freeze? Oh, he froze. I'm by myself. Or did I freeze? Let's go look at this stream over here and see. He's frozen in both places. Oh, he's frozen in both places. All right, it's not me. So I will hold up the show here. Let's take a look and see if we can't figure out what the penultimate book is going to be. I see Gun Honey Collision Course. Number 1. I really don't think that's it. Masters of the Universe Revolution. Number 1. I don't think that is it. Can I control this? Let's see. No, I cannot control it. I don't have enough power to run the show without him, guys. I don't have the power. Your friend's dad, P. Diddy? I don't know that. X-Men cartoon seems Jim Lee influenced to me. Is that a bad thing? I like Jim Lee, don't we? He's a DC though, right? So he didn't have a direct hand in it, I'm assuming. Ooh, the Heart Piercer number 1. That sounds like a serious penultimate book chance here. Ooh, man, it's got crazy cover art too. All right, Heart Piercer number 1. That has a real chance. Ooh, Sanction number 1 from Mad Cave. Also has a good chance. That's got interesting art. Who's the artist on that? Antonio Fuso. He looks familiar, but I've never heard of him. All right, so that's 2 real possibilities. I'm assuming that he's going to be back. Janet, are you in the chat or did it take you out too? Space Ghost number 1. I thought that. Oh no, it must be one of the covers. Armored number 1 from Clover Press is another potential one. I don't think that's that one though. It could be. Let's keep looking. Long Road to Retribution. This looks like a really good chance. If it was the same writer and artist, it was gonna be a lot.
Some crazy shit, man. What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
Down for you.
Well, we lost power out here because the lights blinked, and I saw my other computer come on. Like, what's that about? And I was talking, and I didn't hear you. I thought Marcus is way too quiet. So what happened? I'm like, oh, our router went out. I think we got a flash of something. All it takes is some dumbass cutting down a tree, and next thing you know, everybody's lights are out. So there you go. Well,
we were trying to guess the penultimate book.
Well, thanks for driving the ship, son. Oh, what's up, Sled? Sledhead?
What up, Sled? Good to see you, homie.
The Fallout will hit Seattle. Yes, it'll be. We're in Olympia. We're close to Tacoma.
The nice thing about StreamYard, I was able to keep it going. On the old one, we would have all went down right there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I got tall love for StreamYard, but just that one little thing I have. But nobody's perfect. But they had they fixed that problem we had last week with the static.
Yeah.
Man,
you over.
Great customer service, great tech support. So big love to StreamYard for helping us out with that.
StreamYard, hell yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I will give credit where credit is due. Let me see if I can get back where we were here. Man, that was odd. Let's see. Where are we?
Are you reading Avengers right now? I don't think you are you?
I am not reading Avengers right now. I pick up a copy here and there, but I'm not a loyal Avengers reader of the current series, unfortunately. How about you?
Yeah, I'm on it. I heard. I guess a lot of people don't like it.
Really?
But I thought it's okay. It's not the greatest.
Is that Jason Aaron?
It's Jed McKay.
Jed McKay. Okay, that's a good writer. So just not liking the way he's going with it, huh?
Chris, it was 5 minutes, but I really could have used 10 minutes.
Was it?
I have a lot of feelings.
Oh gosh.
Just bursting inside of me.
Oh, hey, it'll be bursting inside of you or anything like that. All right, so Napalm Lullaby. Oh, Briar, number 5. And that series didn't end at number 4? Holy crap.
I
thought it was over.
Series. Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
know that wasn't done.
That's a boom joint too, man. It must have been something to do with the creative team, I guess. Okay, so Briar number 5 is coming out.
I think I picked up like I think I picked up 3 issues of that, and then I dropped it only because I never got around to actually reading. I was like, I'm not even motivated to read this. Let's go ahead and stop.
It was actually good. I was Alice Never After. I got both of those series, but so far Briar's just been 1. But I didn't know that the number 5 was like delayed so much. Napalm Lullaby. I gotta catch up on that. Because
Kevin says Briar was a late edition. That makes sense.
Really?
I haven't seen Aftershock.
Oh,
lately,
okay.
Chris.
Okay, so it's picking up with a new arc. Okay.
Yeah,
Aftershock. Aftershock. They're struggling to get books out right now. They don't have.
I've been waiting on that. What is that? 38 Protocol. I've been waiting on the next issue of that book forever.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be lucky actually to get anything from them. Let's say a prayer for Aftershock because the stuff is not happening for them like it should.
Man, I want more Shadow Doctor. Come on, guys.
You see my video from Saturday? I found that Shadow Doctor trade for $5.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Great read. I really
Great
enjoyed
read.
I recently went back and read that one again. I really like it. Everything about it, the art from Georges, the writing. I really like that book, man. And I'll always have a special place in my heart for that book because that was one of the first books I found on my own. Actually, I think Bueller recommended it maybe, but that was one of the first books I found when I came back to comics that I was like, this is it. I'm here. Comic books, this is what I'm doing, and this book is why.
And that's going to be, if it's not already, it's going to be licensed for sure. That's such a great story, man.
It seems like it should be. It has been cold. It's been, 3 years now?
Sometimes it takes time. It takes time, man. But very seldom does it come out quickly.
Endlessly optionable, though. You have a real life story. This dude has his own Wikipedia page.
What's up, Callie?
He was a black doctor. He's a real person. He was the author's grandfather. He really did these things. He really had ties to Al Capone.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
He's right. But it's a long time for me, okay? Come on.
I know. You're impatient. I get it. You can't wait. Can't wait. All right. The Displaced. I did a review of that, number 1. Very good book where this whole town just disappears. It's like a giant hole in the ground and the aftermath that follows. Uncanny Valley, number 2. That was, I thought, a good book. I don't know if you read that one or not.
No, I bought it. I have not read it yet, though.
Ah, okay.
We got Gun Hunt. Are you reading Gun Honey? What's up, baby?
I occasionally pick up a gun. Gun Honey is big on covers. Gun Honey has got some awesome covers, as you might imagine.
I pass on those like Dynamite and Titan books where it's like clearly kind of clickbaity covers. Like I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I have to say that Titans, to be fair, are a bit more well written than Dynamite as a rule. Not to say that Dynamite doesn't have some good, well-written books sneak through there, but I think Titan, just because they're British, they probably have more stuff, better content, I should say. But they don't skimp on the covers either. But the covers is definitely TNA clickbait for sure. But see it like it's a bad thing, Monolith. You Spawn folks are out there. I know you're out there. What do y'all know about this? Is another Spawn book coming. I don't know much about. I guess his character's been in the in the Spawn verse already. I don't think this is the first appearance because I guess he first encountered with Al Simmons at some point. And this is a 3-part miniseries that has a kick-ass cover. It's written by Sean Lewis and interior art by Valerio Giordano. And who's the cover artist here? Oh, that's him. Shit. Look at that. That is a. I mean, that cover it caught my eye. Like, this is quite nice. So I might get that just on this $2.99, y'all. $2.99. Okay, you gotta love the Spawn verse, huh? They out here making books people can afford.
Gotta respect it.
Yeah.
That's why, even though I don't really, I mean, someday I plan to, but Scorched and Gunslinger, I haven't been King Spawn. I'm way behind, but I keep buying them because they're $3.
I mean, you really can't miss. I mean, I don't remember if Rat City was the $3 book, but it was definitely a good book. Wherever it was a nice thick book. It may have been $3, but it may have been the regular $3.99. But either way, it was worth it. So I would pick up Rat City for shizzle.
Yeah, catching up on my Spawn would require a lot.
Yeah.
I would have to read a lot.
Yeah, I just kind of dip in Spawn, so I'm guilty of just being a fair weather Spawn fan. But man, that's some good content for $2.99. Can't argue with that. See, The Sickness is going to be here one of these days. Number 5 is going to be coming out. I swear to God, one of these days, The Sickness is going to come out. See what else we got here. There's a second printing that's facsimile edition. That's Spider. Oh, okay. I'm getting way down low here. The Adventures or the Principles of Necromancy, number 2. I did a review of that one last week. That was surprisingly good. What else we got here? Let me see. Well, I guess it may just be time for the penultimate book then. Let's check. I knew you guys were trying to guess which one while I was gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I had 3 candidates.
All right, well, get your guesses in. It is time for the penultimate book.
It was one of them. I thought it might be.
Yes, and this week, that book. I tell you, I mean, this is one of those weeks, y'all. I just was. We were visited once again by our good old friend. You know who that? That's right. Slim Pickens, y'all. Slim Pickens made another appearance this week. There wasn't that much to choose from. So, hey, Sanction kind of won by default, but hey, what are you going to do? So here's they had no actual, script for Sanction. I did find some artwork for it, so that was great. So I was able to make a little something, and I'll just do it live. I'll just read it live, and here's the artwork. yeah, I forgot. Nobody heard me read the script, so I gotta do it over. Gotta do it again. We'll do it again live. All right.
I was wondering what you meant when you didn't say anything. It's like, okay.
Once again, one of those things. But hey, once again, here's the sanction thing. All right, sanction number 1. Leningrad, 1987. When a woman's corpse is discovered on New Year's Day, a hungover detective Pavel Smirnov hands over the case to his partner, Detective Boris Dmitrovich. And they go off right away and pursue Moose and Squirrel, hoping he'll close it without a fuss. Instead, Dmitrovich uncovers a connection to an old, unsolved crime, dragging them both into an investigation that puts their careers and possibly their lives at risk. So there you have it. Sanction.
There we go. It worked out.
Finally got it right. All right. It just wouldn't be right if we have some kind of technical difficulties. It's just like, it's part of the charm of the show.
Very much so.
Fucking, we're doing live. And then Marcus is not a fan of the art. Ooh. Maybe it looks better from a distance.
What up, Emperor Aurelius?
Emperor. Yes, sir. Let them eat cake. Just like now see, that's the difference, Chaos. I'm disinterested in the modern game of basketball, but the Jordan era, that's where some of y'all was born, that was a whole different era. Let me tell you, people who didn't care nothing about basketball was into the Jordan Bulls, man. When the Bulls came to, like, the Rolling Stones there, it was like, that was just the shiznizzle. So I still have some nostalgia for that era, but I know I've sounded like the old man on his lawn now, but hey, that's my answer. That's all I got. That's all I got.
You are what you are.
You are what you are. Not to mention what you eat. So yes, absolutely. The modern game is my God, man. These guys now, they don't get fouled. You can just blow on somebody. But, oh, really? Back in the day, man. Back in the day, man, they were late.
Never heard an old guy say this before.
Maybe because it's true. That's what I'm talking about. Critical entertainment. Hell yeah, man.
Hot take, guys. Don't encourage them, critical.
Hey, I remember it was a very specific incident back in the Jordan era when the Bulls were playing. I want to say it was Cleveland, the Cavaliers. I want to say it was Danny Ferry, I believe, was a Cavalier, and Danny Ferry gave Michael a super hard foul. Man, he was at the United Center too. He laid him out. Man, he got maybe a couple of shots, but then right away the Bulls sent in an assassin in the name of Stacey King, who does like color now for the Bulls. And Stacey King had one mission, and that mission was to lay Danny Ferry's ass out. And he immediately did that shit. He laid his ass out like it was, man, like he stole something from him. It was just ugly, and the crowd went crazy. Stacey was immediately ejected, but everybody knew what time it was. They just don't do that anymore. I'm just saying. That means it's a good thing.
Back when men were men, am I right, guys?
Back when men were men. That's right. And we chewed glass and and all kind of crazy shit like that. Yeah, former Duke player. Danny Ferry was a good Duke player for sure. Yeah, but he came in as kind of like he was kind of trying to make a name for himself by taking out the big guy right there. Chicago Bills. Yeah, what's not to love? I know, right? Am I right or am I right? well, yes, Stacey was given a flagrant foul and immediately thrown out of the game, but he didn't care. I'm sure that the team paid his fine and everything else like that, but that's just the way they handled shit back then, it was just a different era. I'm sure it's a great era now. NBA is like the most popular sport now, so I'm sure it's going great. But back then I watched games on TV for free. So it's hard for me. It's hard for me to
NFL
pay for a game. Like I just like
NFL is bigger in the United States.
I guess so. Yeah, NFL is number one, but man, NBA only because it has more games. NBA package is going to cost you a lot of money. But I don't know. It is what it is. Jimmy, yeah, yes. Draymond he's out of his time. That's the thing. Yes, Rodman did that kind of shit too. Because when the Bulls picked Rodman up, I knew it was all over. Well, we got the guy now. We got this guy from Detroit who's been laying people out. So there's that. All right. So yes, good old days. 'Cause these are the good old days. All right.
Back
So
in my day, Sonny.
yeah, keep on living, son. You're gonna be sounding just like that. All right, Black Demon 10. Is anybody? I'm probably late to the party on this, but I know Chaos. You did mention it about people not getting paid at Aftershock. Has anybody y'all heard some stuff about Scout not paying their people and it's leaking out? A whole lot of people getting stiffed and ghosted by Scout.
I know. I did not get the backstory, but I do know that Jonathan Hedrick had a falling out with Scout. I wonder if that was the reason why.
Oh yes, I mean there was was it Bleeding Cool? I want to give the wrong attribute the wrong story, but it was one of those sites that had several, not just one, but many creators telling very similar stories about how they they didn't see the money for a year, then they say, well, I'm just going to it's fuck it, let's call it a day, just get rid of the contract, get ghosted, they don't even respond to them and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Scout, and they were saying that not so much, even though they've been, I think, restructured now, they got a new person in charge, but that may have been part of the problem. The communication was just like trash. They just don't, you're not communicating with the creators at all. It's a shame because they have some good books. But still, I want my damn check.
That's
what I'm talking about. Where's my check? Where's my check? All right, the last thing I'm gonna take a look at here. See, good stuff here. Ninja Turtles, black, white, and green. Oh, that's like a what do you call it? The incentive cover. Nexus newspaper strips, volume 2. Oh yeah, that's like a 50-cent book. You should check that out. I got a couple from my LCS and some from my comic shop. Let's see what else we got here. The Space Ghost cover H. What the hell? See, that's the problem, Diamond. Way too many. Way too many covers. What paper shortage? There's no paper shortage. You're talking crazy. All right, Dynamite Divas. That was something. I was looking for. Did my last book disappear? It may have. Holy crap!
Lisa says that she noticed Tom stopped using Scout books in his boxes, which would be a signal, I would say, right? It seems like a signal.
That would, yeah. I mean that's Tom is very conscious about stuff like that, so I could see that happening.
Well, I mean, he's got a relationship with so many of them. He's not going to take Scout side, that's for sure.
I know, right? What's up, Wellbore? Checking in to hit that like and say hi, my man. Glad to see you, sir.
What up, Wellbore?
Yeah. So the last book. All right, let's just wing it. Let's just pick a book here. Anybody got any ideas? Let's see.
Yeah, we talked about all.
Talked about sanction. Well, what's the last one? I don't know. Anything new? I don't see anything new actually. Other than sanction.
Briar is still on my pull list. That's funny.
It is. Let's take a look at Heart Piercer. What the hell of it? Right next to the penultimate book here. Just for shits and giggles.
That was one of the books I thought might be it.
Very close, literally. Atala thought she was saving the world from monsters, but hunting great supernatural beasts brought doom instead. tricked into killing the last unicorn. Damn it, the last unicorn. Betrayed by her lord and left for dead, Atala awakens in a dark world overrun by nightmares, broken and ashamed. Now, Atala seeks revenge and rises to save the world from darkness. Okay, it's a dark horse. Rich Duick, I've seen his work before. Gavin Smith, I don't recognize the artist. It looks okay. Liking the horns, the antlers. Okay. No other covers? No other commentary. Oh, there you go. That's all you got. All right. That's it. Asked and answered. All right. Well, it's been a peachy time, folks. I mean, with minimal disruptions. Marcus is losing his children's college money, is playing sports here. All right. What is that?
Bling, little
is that new?
No, it's old. This is from my childhood.
Oh, this is the original one, or the one you bought to replace it? That's nice. That's one thing I don't have. I mean, I'm so, man, people who have those from their childhood are so lucky. I mean, every one I've got that I had in my childhood, I've had to replace because they all got thrown away. Yes. And Black Demonic Tales. Was that there? I didn't see that.
Never enough ASM 300 homages. Never enough.
Oh, that's a scalp book. Oh, God. Yeah, no more scalping. I'm going to declare a moratorium on scalp myself, you know. I'm going to be like Tom. I always wanted to be like Tom. All right. That's right. Picked up all the number ones. Oh, okay. Nice. Right below sanction, huh? I'll tell you what, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back here. Black Demon Tales Descent. Oh my God. See, this is how I think I learned about the whole boycott and the whole shit going on. You know? I think it's down here in this preview. Yeah.
We can't see what you see.
You see now. See now.
No, we can't.
Why can't you see it now? Oh, crap on a stick. All right, here we go.
Now
there it is.
We can.
There it is. All right, you. Here we go. Black Demon Tales. 10 years after nearly dying in her attempt to destroy the Black Demon, Dr. Bella Gonzalez is ready to try again. It took long enough. With a state-of-the-art submersible, an improved chemical weapon, and the guidance of ageless Harold Mateo, she sets out for the lair of the vengeful Megalodon, a cavern deep beneath the surface of the Pacific. Will she be successful this time, or will the avatar of divine wrath teach her a lesson she'll never forget? Now, see, I'm torn between promoting this book or saying go out and buy it, and Scout not paying David Bowles and Marco Finnegan their money. So I don't know. Shark's one of my biggest fears, but this sounds interesting, says the person here. Yes. Yeah. So let your conscience be your guide. Asked and answered. So there you go, folks. That is it. That is all for sure. For real, for real. That's going to do it for this week. We have run past our time. We're in golden time now. So I guess it's time to say a cheerful good night to all of you out there. Thanks for everyone who stopped by, everyone who's watching on the replay, and just everybody out there. This is a great thing that we do every week that I think that we all enjoy, and myself and Circumstances especially. So, man, hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Yes, you all enjoy us, don't you? Yes, speak up. Great show. Thanks a lot, folks. We'll see you again next week. And I'll be on. First, what are you doing, Circ? I mean, you got some stuff coming up, don't you? I mean,
yes, on Tuesday, I will be having FOC and Chill as always on Tuesday night. But before that, I will be on Gary B's channel for a special episode of 1011 with Lorenzo, his second appearance. So I will be there pulling double duty on Tuesday night.
Oh gosh, yeah, because you got your thing and that thing, man. That's well, man, you're a good son, Marcus. I don't know what to tell you. You're a good man. And
I'm
let's
here.
not forget that you're just killing it on memes on Instagram. So with those millions of views and all those great memes that you're coming up with.
Just
So
hit 12.2 thousand followers, which is crazy.
that is crazy like a fox. Man, so watch this man's channel and check him out on Instagram. So until then, folks, thanks for stopping by. It was great to be here with you guys. And we'll see you again next week. Peace and love. Peace and love.
We love you, Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!
Is a fire really necessary?
Ask them.